Hi VC, it's Rob here with another video, and this video is my top 30 from 1982. So 1982, did a video a few weeks ago, my top 30 from 1981. So I'll keep going with this. Yeah, 1982, really good year. Some, pretty difficult when it comes to like the top 10. You could have them in any order really. But someone's got to do it, and I'll pick up the baton and do my top 30 from 1982. So number 30 in my chart is Squeeze and Black Coffee in Bed. So in 82, Squeeze were sort of coming to an end really. In 79, 80, me and my friends, we love Squeeze, but we sort of lost interest, and I think a lot of people lost interest in Squeeze sort of 82. They weren't really having big hits anymore, but I really like this song, Black Coffee in Bed by Squeeze, my number 30. Now my number 29 is this one, and it's Wah and the Story of the Blues part 1 and 2. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure in America whether you've heard of the Story of the Blues, but it was a really big hit, top 5 at the end of 82, and I actually thought that this would be a little bit higher, but maybe it's not aged too well. Pete Wiley was the lead singer, and they were from Liverpool. And he had a very high opinion of himself, and didn't really do much after this. So yeah, this was as good as it got for Wah and the Story of the Blues. Now my number 28 is this one, Hey Little Girl by Icehouse. So Icehouse on Chrysalis. Icehouse, this record came out at the end of 82. It was sort of a hit at the beginning of 83. Very much sounded like Roxy music. A proper one-hit wonder this. And yeah, really good song. Number 28, Icehouse from Sydney in Australia. And Hey Little Girl. Now, number 27, talking of one-hit wonders. You get these groups, they have a really good hit and then disappear off the face of the earth. So yeah, Blue Zoo and Cry Boy Cry. So yeah, in 82, sort of maybe May time, Blue Zoo exploded onto the scene. Really energetic, really good song. And then that's it, nothing more was even heard of them. So yeah, my number 27 is Blue Zoo and Cry Boy Cry. Now 26 is Talk Talk and Talk Talk. So yeah, I mean, this is 82, and in 91 we got Spirit of Eden, I think in 88, and the albums that Talk Talk sort of produced at the end of their career, you'd no idea they were going to produce albums like that when you heard this. Just a good pop song. Mark Hollis there. I'm not sure about that look, but it was 1982, and yeah, anything goes. So yeah, Talk Talk, number 26, and Talk Talk. Now 25, Hazy Fantasy, and John Wayne is a Big Leggy, and that guy there, he's called Jeremy Healy, and Jeremy Healy was one of the lucky guys who married Patsy Kensit. I am a big fan of Patsy Kensit. I really like her. Loved her in Absolute Beginners, loved her in Eighth Wonder. Just really like Patsy Kensit, and she's been married to Jim Kerr from Simple Minds and Liam Gallagher and a guy out of Big Audio Dynamite, and she did marry Jeremy Healy for a short period of time. So yeah, and this is a real fun single from 1982. Sort of a little bit sort of Bow Wow Wow, Coach Club sort of sound about it, but yeah, Adamant, that kind of vibe. Hazy Fantasy and John Wayne is a Big Leggy. Now, number 24 is an artist who I didn't even know was British, and it's Joe Jackson. So yeah, Joe Jackson, end of sort of in the middle of 79. Is She Really Going Out With Him? Different for Girls, 2 absolute classic singles, and this is a classic single. It's got a very, very American vibe about it, very well produced, great song, and yeah, my number 24, Joe Jackson, and Stepping Out. Now, 23 is ABC. So, ABC from Sheffield. In 82, the album Lexicon of Love came out, which I suppose, you know, it's one of the big albums from 82. Loads of singles from it, and yeah, Look of Love, one of them. Produced by Trevor Horn, who, you know, some people think is sort of some sort of great producer. You know, I'm not too sure, but the jury's still out with me on that one. But, you know, what do I know? ABC, my number 23, with The Look of Love. Now, number 22 is Haircut 100 and Love Plus One. So, favourite shirts in 81 came out, and yeah, I had it as number 3 in my chart. There was something about Haircut 100 that I liked. I don't know whether it's just, I don't know, maybe it's the Aran sweaters, maybe it's the leg warmers, I don't know, but yeah, I really like Love Plus One. It's my number 22, Haircut 100 and Love Plus One. Now, number 21 is Simple Minds and Glittering Prize. So, yeah, Simple Minds have been trying for a hit. Nothing was happening, and they released Promise You a Miracle, and it was quite a decent hit. The album New Gold Dream came out. This single came out, and I always really liked this. So, yeah, Jim Kerr, Simple Minds, Glittering Prize, my number 21. Now, into the top 20, and just a little bit of a backstory. So, in 1982, I was 18, nearly 18. I was 18 in the August. So I was just started working and got an apprenticeship as an engineer. And, you know, I had a little bit of money in my pocket, you know, but only a little bit. I wasn't paid a fortune. Just had enough money to maybe buy a couple of records every week. You know, you've still got to put petrol in your scooter and buy the latest clothes and give some money to your mum and have some money to socialise. So I did buy records, but, you know, I didn't buy, you know, probably maybe bought 30 or 40 singles that year. So started going out as well. Used to go on a Monday evening to a place called the Cat's Whiskers, which was great, sort of going out for the first time with your friends, and that was kind of my first experience of sort of girls coming up to you and saying, my mate fancies you, and, you know, here's a phone number, and, you know, do you want to go for a snog and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, 1982, really good year for me. But we had the Falklands War, so yeah, that put a bit of a dampener on it. But yeah, anyway, back to the music. Number 20 in 1982 is George Benson and Never Give Up on a Good Thing. I always liked George Benson. A lot of his singles did well in the charts, and yeah, this is one of my favourites. Never Give Up on a Good Thing by George Benson, my number 20. Now, number 19, Stevie Wonder and Do I Do. And I always like Stevie Wonder, and he's one of those artists that you think about it, since 1982, what has he actually done? I'm sure he's released albums and somebody's going to put a message saying, oh, you need to hear this album and you need to hear that track. But really, since 1982, he has not done much. But the stuff that he did sort of between, I don't know, 72 and 82, some great stuff. So yeah, this was probably one of his last great singles, but I really like it. Stevie Wonder, Do I Do, my number 19. Now, number 18, bit of a classic, On the Dance Floor in 1982. Patrice Rushen and Forget Me Not. So yeah, this is one of those songs that you stand around the dance floor watching everyone else dance, staring at someone, you know, giving them the eye and that kind of thing. This was one of the records that really sort of filled the dance floor in 1982. You know, I'd be stood on the edge of the dance floor waiting for the jam to come on, which they used to play. So, but I never really sort of got up and danced to anything else. So yeah, my number 18, Patrice Rushen and Forget Me Nots. Now, I'm just going to have a quick drink. So we're up to number 17. And this is Buxton Water. So Buxton is in Derbyshire and it's got a spring and the water there is really nice. Now, number 17 is Theatre of Hate and Do You Believe in the Westworld. Now, this wasn't a big hit. Kurt Brandon was the guy behind Theatre of Hate. And this has got sort of marching in it and a bit of sort of voiceover, a little bit ahead of its time. And I think that's why it wasn't a big hit. But I always really liked it. I got it on 12-inch, but that's been lost somewhere. But yeah, I actually thought it was 81, but after a bit of research, I had to put it in 82. So yeah, number 17, Theatre of Hate, Do You Believe in the Westworld? Now, number 16, Soft Cell and What? So, 81, Soft Cell, a couple of really big hits. And in 82, you know, they had The Torch and Sail Away, Wave Goodbye. But again, this was sort of an old Northern Soul song and did a really good version of it. So yeah, my number 16, Soft Cell and What? Now, we're into the top 15. And in 82, Dexy's Midnight Runners had a massive hit with Come On Eileen. But it don't make my chart because of this one. Jackie Wilson said, the Van Morrison song, I always preferred it. Come On Eileen just got played and played to death, and I was never that keen on it anyway. I don't mind it now when I hear it, because you know, you used to hear it all the time in the 80s, plus when you went to a wedding, for some reason everybody wanted to hear it. But this has always been a good song for me, and yeah, my number 15, Dexy's Midnight Runners and Jackie Wilson said. Now, number 14 is Yazoo and Don't Go. So, yeah, I always liked Yazoo. Upstairs at Eric and Only You and Situation. And I thought that sort of combination, Vince Clarke and Alison Moyet, it's a shame they didn't stay together for longer. But yeah, always really liked this. Again, this is sort of in 82. Filled the dance floor, and but I never danced to this, so yeah, Yazoo and Don't Go. Now, number 13, a band who, beginning of the 80s, were having hits all the time. It's Madness and Our House. So Madness had a number 1 with The House of Fun, which had a great video. I think was shot at Margate, sort of Pleasure Beach. But I always loved The House of Fun. I always loved Our House, should I say. Just something about it. People just used to say Our House in the middle of our street. I just really loved it, and just some madness up for me. So yeah, my number 13 is Our House by Madness. Now, number 12, another one-hit wonder, Monsoon and Ever So Lonely. So yeah, I mean, this is sort of an Indian sitar vibe, bit of a dance vibe about it. Nothing like it around in 1982 really, although one of the songs coming up had a sitar in it, so there must have been something in the water. But in 82 this really stood out as being something sort of a little bit different, and it's aged well, still sounds good. So yeah, number 12, Monsoon and Ever So Lonely. Now, just missing out on the top 10 is Donna Summer and State of Independence. You know, and I've got a soft spot for Donna Summer. I Feel Love, I Remember Yesterday, Love's Unkind, Down Deep Inside, what else? You know, Dim All the Lights, Hot Stuff. I just really like Donna Summer. And in 82 she was maybe just kind of coming to the end, but you know, what an end. I absolutely love State of Independence, composed by Vangelis and John Anderson, and you know, just a classic for me. And yeah, Donna Summer, a lot of people in the UK got a soft spot for her, you know, and I'm included. So yeah, number 11, Donna Summer and State of Independence. Now into the top 10, and what a top 10. So what we've got number 10 is King Creole and the Coconuts and Stool Pigeon. So yeah, I mean, it was a toss-up between Annie, I'm Not Your Daddy and Stool Pigeon. And in 82, King Creole was everywhere. And this is just such a catchy song, and it's one of those songs that, you know, everybody, you know, Stool Pigeon, ah, cha, 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 just something about it that sort of makes you smile, makes you feel good. And I've always loved it, and I always will. So yeah, my number 10 is King Creole and the Coconuts and Stool Pigeon. Now, number 9, and a number 1, not in a picture sleeve, I do apologise, it's Kraftwerk and The Model. Now, when I heard this, I'd heard Kraftwerk before. You know, I sort of knew they were German, and I knew they were electronic, but I'd not heard that much. But when I heard this, it felt like I'd heard it before, and it felt like a number 1 record. And I think they flipped it round from Computer Love to The Model. And it's, you know, I mean, I've got it at number 9, but it's, you know, there's a lot of really good songs in the top 10 here. In another year, this would probably be a bit higher. But yeah, number 9, Kraftwerk and The Model. Now, number 8 is Prince and 1999. So this came out in 82, and the reason it's at number 8 is probably because, to me, I think of it as being from 84, because I think Prince kind of in 84, I think that's when Purple Rain come out, and you know, he sort of got rediscovered. But this actually came out in 82. And Prince is one of those artists that, you know, in another 50 years, they'll still be releasing stuff by him, because they've got a vault there that's got about 200 years worth of music. So, you know, eventually they're going to find something else good. But yeah, for now, number 8, Prince and 1999. Now, number 7 is a band from Manchester, and it's New Order and Temptation. So you have to play this at 33, so, you know, confused me a little bit. Temptation is a great record, and it sort of cemented for me that, you know, after Joy Division, New Order were, you know, they had something about them, and I think this is a song they still sort of play live, and it's got a great sleeve, and you can hardly see. I can remember buying it and just thinking, what is that? But you just sort of got used to sort of the minimalist New Order way. But yeah, Temptation, one of my favourites. So yeah, number 7, New Order and Temptation. So we've got to have some good records here of Temptations at number 7. And number 6 is one that could easily be number 1, and it's The Associates and Party Fears 2. So The Associates, from Scotland, Billy Mackenzie sadly took his own life, and Andy Rankin. In 82 they really found the way. Club Country, 18 Carat Love Affair, and this song was so, this is another one of those songs that as soon as I heard it I liked it, and then I heard it again and I loved it, and I've loved it ever since. I thought I'd probably put it a little bit higher, but the ones that are above it for me just pip it. But you know, on another day this could easily be number 1. So yeah, great song from 82, The Associates and Party Fears 2. Now we're into the top 5, and I must apologise for no picture sleeve, but I'm sure Richard McCuck will have a picture sleeve when he does his Pretenders countdown very soon. He might have already done it, but you know what Richard's like. But number 5 is The Pretenders and Back on the Chain Gang. Now, just some of the lyrics in this, you know, I got a picture of you, you know, the happiest days of my life. You know, we've all got a photograph somewhere stuffed away in a drawer, which, you know, if you look at, just takes you back to maybe some of the happiest times in your life. You know I have. And the Pretenders are underrated. Their albums are very good, and the singles were first class. Very difficult to choose a favourite Pretenders single. I wonder where Richard will put this in his chart, because for me it's an absolute gem. Back on the Chain Gang, my number 5 by the Pretenders. Now number 4, and this is just a classic. It's Blancmange and Living on the Ceiling. So Living on the Ceiling, again, this has got sort of an Indian sort of sitar feel going on, but when this came out I just loved it, and I still love it now. I saw the Blancmange with the Human League a few years ago, and this is a song, when my son was about 6, he knew that this was Blancmange. I used to have it on my jukebox, and you know, if you ask him who sings Living on the Ceiling, straight away he'll say Blancmange. So yeah, I taught him well. Number 4, Blancmange and Living on the Ceiling. Now we're into the top 3, and what a top 3 this is. And it's difficult, but number 3 is XTC and Senses Working Overtime. So this kind of, to me, this sums up XTC perfectly. Just so British, so much fun, so simple, and just so beautiful. Mix them all together and you get XTC. There is joy. The songs have aged really well, and you know, most of their albums have aged really well. And English Settlement is, I mean, this is probably a little bit different to a lot of the stuff on English Settlement, but it's just a great single. And my number 3 is Senses Working Overtime by XTC. Now, number 2, what's it going to be? It's Echo and the Bunnymen and The Back of Love. So Echo and the Bunnymen, one of my favourite bands, but this song really makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up on end, and it really makes me want to sort of, you know, I don't know what it makes me want to do, but it sort of really gets the fires burning. You know, I always think Echo and the Bunnymen didn't really achieve what they could have done, but maybe it's better that way. Maybe it's better that, you know, they weren't the massive band that they should have been, you know, and they're our band, and they're a great band, and this is a great single. So yeah, Back of Love, number 2, Echo and the Bunnymen. So what's number 1? I thought I had it on Picture Sleeve. I should have it on Picture Sleeve, but I don't. It's The Jam and Town Called Malice and Precious. So it was really difficult to choose my number 1, but when I was driving to work and I was like mulling over who was going to be my number 1, which record has had the most effect on me, which record sums up 1982 for me, and it's got to be Town Called Malice. The Jam split at the end of 82. I went to see the Jam in 82. I got my first scooter, a Lambretta, in 82. It was all about sort of that mod vibe at the end of 82. And Town Called Malice is just an absolute classic for me, so it had to be number 1. It's Town Called Malice by the Jam. So that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed my top 30 from 1982. A really good year, really difficult when you get to sort of the top 10 to put them in order, but like I say, there's a few omissions. Those are my 30. You know, if you've got any you want to add to it, then I'd love to see them. Maybe put it in the comments or make your own video. Thanks for watching this video, and see you soon. Bye for now.